ISIS spokesman calls for global attacks on Jews. Kill them wherever you find them.
Here's a summary of the article.
Islamic State spokesman Abu Hudhayfa al-Ansari, in a speech published by the terror group's media arm Al-Furqan on Thursday evening, called on ISIS supporters around the world to attack Jews and avenge the killing by the Israel Defense Forces of Hamas terrorists in the Gaza Strip. In a 30-minute recording titled, "And Kill Them Wherever You Find Them," al-Ansari instructed terrorist cells to strike Israeli and Jewish targets across the United States and Europe, including synagogues, Jewish gatherings and Israeli diplomatic missions. In a separate statement issued Thursday by official ISIS channels, the Islamist terror group claimed responsibility for what has been dubbed the deadliest attack in Iran since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. On Thursday, ISIS said 2 suicide bombers, Omar al-Muwahhid and Saifullah al-Mujahid, set off to a large gathering of polytheist Shiites near the grave of their dead leader Qasem Soleimani in the city of Kerman, where they detonated their explosive belts. In the wake of Hamas's October 7 onslaught on southwestern Israel, security forces found an ISIS flag on the body of one of the terrorists they killed in Kibbutz Sufa. Hamas's ISIS. This is not a slogan because we found terrorists with ISIS flags. We also found ISIS booklets. IDF spokesperson Rear Admiral. In mid-November, security forces arrested 3 residents of southeastern Jerusalem's Tuba neighborhood on suspicion of being members of ISIS. On November 5, Israeli security forces killed a Palestinian ISIS operative during an overnight arrest raid in the Arab village of Abu Dis outside Jerusalem.
This post received a score of 13,000, with an upvote ratio of 84%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
So ISIS hates Iran, but Jews even more?
ISIS hates everyone.
Remember seeing a Middle East-friendly chart with different groups. ISIS was literally hated by all other groups lol. Here it is. Edit. Chart is probably 6 to 8 years old. I know it's not accurate in today's setting.
That's so heartwarming. Hating ISIS is the one thing that brings the Middle East together.
ISIS wants to establish a caliphate with worldwide dominion over Muslims, so any government with a majority Muslim population is a mutual enemy of theirs by definition. They also consider any group with a less extreme interpretation of Islam to be heretics and habitually betrayed pretty much every like-minded group in the Syrian civil war who made the mistake of trying to work with them. Playing well with others just really isn't their thing.
Chaotic evil, and why it doesn't work.
They're the textbook definition of lawful evil. They're evil and follow a very strict set of evil laws.
Nah, megacorporations who write their own regulations are lawful evil. ISIS breaks laws everywhere they go and doesn't even adhere to Sharia. They're definitely chaotic evil.
Sharia is what they hope to implement in the long term. In the short term, anything is permissible to the non-believers. Sahih Muslim 1745 It is reported on the authority of Sab b. Jathama that the Prophet of Allah, when asked about the women and children of the polytheists being killed during the night raid, said, "They are from them." Reference. Sahih Muslim 1745 In book reference. Book 32, Hadith 30. USCMSA Web. English. Reference. Book 19, Hadith 4321. Deprecated numbering scheme.
DND lore is wild.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. These ISIS guys seem like real jerks. The more I learn about these ISIS fellas, the less I care for them. I find it nuts that we are still talking about them. They've lost practically all tangible territory in Syria and Iraq years ago.
Best they can do is suicide bombings in Iran lol.
Greater than in Iran lol. Their world-spanning Islamic caliphate seems to be going in the wrong direction.
If only they and other Islamic fundamentalists had the backing of Allah. Meanwhile, some fundamentalists have the backing of oil.
Greater than oil. PBUH.
Okay, but can we be sure they're anti-Semitic? It depends on the context.
Gets fired from humanity.
She's still allowed to teach there and receive her $900,000 salary.
Can you imagine plagiarizing your way into a $900,000 salary, getting caught for it, and not getting fired?
Iran's reaction to the whole situation has been hysterical. Iran. I wonder who killed our people? ISIS. It was me. It was 100% all me. Totally calling it. I killed each and every single one of them. Iran. Probably Israel or the US? ISIS.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.